My country of Romania will no longer be a nation in the upcoming decades due to numerous factors. First and foremost, and the most critical one, is the low birth rate. Romania at this moment in time has one of the lowest birth rates in Europe, and if you extract people of gypsy ethnicity, which are not Romanians, it will be arguably the lowest in Europe. So how did the government respond to this existential crisis? By importing millions of migrants from third world countries like sub-Saharan Africans, Indians, and Southeast Asians. You know, basically subhumans. But to boost our fertility rate and boost our economy. Like I said in my previous video, this is totally bullshit. It is not meant to accomplish either of the two, but to replace the white Romanian race with non-Europeans. Check out the Kalergi plan. I have no time to explain that to you. And the fallacy that it will boost the economy, I also delve deeper into that also in my previous video. But in a couple of words, let's explain the two. First is the fallacy that it will boost the economy. On the contrary, it will make Romania poorer because a migrant is 4 to 5 times more expensive to sustain because migrants are granted tax exemptions, they are granted apartments from the state, paid from the pockets of the taxpayers. This goes for every European country. The migrants don't pay for utilities such as water or electricity. Every single dime that they earn is theirs, and they often send that money back to their third world shitholes, as is their right, of course. So they will never invest in the Romanian economy. Furthermore, the quote-unquote economy is just a vanity metric on a spreadsheet that reflects the total profit, the total revenue of mega corporations, and the stock market revenue of the oligarchs in Romania and every single country in the world. So it doesn't reflect at all how the economy is doing. While inflation is higher than it has ever been in my country, the wages are very low, the prices of groceries are higher than ever before, the unemployment rate is higher than ever before, especially in young people. For example, in Romania, 7 out of 10 young adults between the ages of 18 and 25 are jobless. So that debunks the economic incentive for importing millions of migrants. The second incentive is that it will boost the fertility rate. Yeah, bring me a bucket so I can puke my guts out. Oh yeah, cool. Replacing white Romanians with niggas, and goose will boost the fertility rate of Romania, or any other European country for that matter. As we know, this is not the case. This is the case that it will eradicate the Romanian gene pool, and Romania will no longer be Romania. It will be just an economic zone where non-Romanians are just inhabiting the land, making our race extinct. That goes for every single European country at this point. If our leaders truly cared about our fertility rate, they would have made life easier for people to have more children. Just like Germany did back in the 1930s. But oh, we were taught that this is the ultimate evil, so we will not talk about it any further. Let's move on to Romanian businesses. Today, 80% of all corporations in Romania are owned by foreign capital from all over the world. You name it, Germany, France, US, Canada, Kazakhstan, you know. The native Romanian investors are bombarded with taxes that hinder their growth and progress in favor of mega corporations who pay little to no taxes due to our financial laws supporting big corporations and suppressing small businesses. I think this is pretty similar with most Western countries at this point. Another factor why Romania will no longer exist is because our national resources are being mined and exploited by foreign corporations who pay the government some taxes, while those said corporations keep all our resources for their own. If you're not familiar, when it comes to oil and gas, Romania is the richest country in Europe if you do not count Ukraine and Russia, of course. And most of our energy is under foreign capital control at this point. Most of our oil is outshored by some corporation from Kazakhstan, which their name escapes me at this moment. And another reason is that this new government sold and privatized literally everything. Even our biggest energy factory in Romania, that is called E.ON. Now, that company is under Hungarian capital control. So, that's that. And the last piece of evidence why we will no longer exist as a nation is that our biggest naval port in Constanța also is now under private jurisdiction, because our government sold it to the highest bidder some months ago, and now a private company from Turkey, if I'm not mistaken, will have full control over our biggest naval port from Constanța. So, yeah, my dear Romanians, your country is being literally sold by the pound, and you do nothing about it because you're cowards. My country is a nation of cowards, and no one will save you. Not the Americans, not the Russians, not the Chinese, nor other political parties like our, or which are basically controlled opposition. Not even our huge diaspora of 12 million people will save us, because why would they? They fled Romania to Western countries so that they lead a better life. They don't really care about Romania either. So, yeah, my dear Romanians, your culture, your race, your traditions, and your heritage will be extinct in 20 or 30 years because you are cowards. Our beautiful women, which are considered worldwide to be one of the most attractive, will be extinct in 20 years because you are cowards. And you think that raising a kid is expensive, and you don't see a point in bringing this child into this world because of global pollution and climate change, and the world is cruel and boo-hoo. Cry me a fucking river. While the Indian migrants from our country are making babies like a factory. While they will eventually replace our gene pool. Our vast and beautiful history will be erased since our government signed into law by the Ministry of Brainwashing, aka the Ministry of Education, that the only history children will learn in schools will be the history of the hologram and the history of communism in Romania. If those facts that I laid out to you in this short video do not make your blood boil, then that means nothing will. And you are as good as the traitors who rule over us for more than 35 years at this point. This is literally the systematic and slow genocide of the Romanian race, which most of you are complicit in. This also goes for any European country. Our country is weak. We have one of the lowest birth rates. People are very cowardly, very compliant with everything, and very obedient. because of numerous factors like fear propaganda, like demoralization, like rewriting of history, namely World War II, like the deconstruction of the Romanian tradition, like labeling the Romanian peasant, for example, as backwards, as uneducated and primitive, like demonizing our history in World War II, for example, or any other time period, like dismissing the few accomplishments our country made under communism and focusing only on the bad side of those years in our history. At this moment, I am beyond black-pilled and beyond having any hope for my country because I am literally alone in this fight. Literally, no one is with me because people are very comfortable. People are very weak, and men have the lowest testosterone levels in history. So they don't fight back. So yeah, my dear Romanians, just go to sleep. But do not be alarmed that the country you grew up in is unrecognizable in 20 years. And you will replay this video and realize that I was right about everything. Although I pray to God that I am totally wrong, and we will be an ethnically homogeneous strong nation in the future, which is bullshit, of course. I don't believe in fairy tales. And I am usually dead on when it comes to predictions. So yeah, dear Romanians, go fuck yourself.